I doing out there?
You know, Dave, a lot of people have been asking about you.
They have.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know why, but.
I don't either.
Well, folks, we're back. This is kind of far away, so let me bring it up here.
Yeah, let's get up here.
Sugar Smack's on. What's up, brother?
Sugar Smack.
Let me adjust this.
Right.
Sugar Smack's been around for quite a while now.
We got good light or what?
Yeah. Guys been asking about Dave.
You asking about old Dave? That's nice.
Well, Dave's late.
Dave's late.
Dave made us late. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing very well.
We took Dave out to Lake
Other than my
Havasu.
spider bites, I'm doing okay.
Yeah, Dave got bit by a spider.
By spiders.
Couple times.
Yeah.
We took Dave out to Lake Havasu today. That's why we're late. I mean, super late. Teddy, what's up? Why are you late, Dave?
He's just saying that, man. It wasn't me that.
It's your fault.
It's not my fault.
Bullshit, dude. We took him out to Lake Havasu. What's up, brother? Big Brian. We got Dave on tonight. You know, it's Dave's fault we're late. I'm just going to tell you that.
Yeah, he's got to blame somebody.
We took him to Lake Havasu.
Uncle Mitch likes to blame everybody else.
We took him to Kingman. He's been here. Showed him around the metropolis here.
Metropolis. What does it say?
Tell us about Ireland, Dave.
Ireland was great. Italy was better, but I liked Ireland.
I didn't ask about Italy.
But Ireland was great. It was a lot of fun.
Tell us about your trip abroad.
Okay, we went. I have a friend.
Why'd you go over there? Were you chasing hookers or? Dave owes you a burpee, Mitch. That's right.
I don't like doing that.
Good evening, brother. Good evening. EPD, what's up? You owe me some burpees. 23 burpees.
Okay. Ireland, I have a friend that lives on Valencia Island, which is in the Republic of Ireland. I grew up with her, and she always told me, if you want to come over, come over. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. So I went to Ireland, and she showed me around the ring of Kerry, and I got to see Dublin. And
what's up, William? Homeboy said that's because Italy has sun.
Italy was incredible.
In other words, Ireland doesn't have any sun.
I did when I was there. It didn't even rain really.
So why'd you go to Ireland for real?
That's why I went there.
You were chasing hookers, huh?
Nah, I mean, hey, the women over there dressed like hookers. It was a trip. We went to, I can't remember the city that we went to, but the young girls dress like hookers on the street.
Really?
And that's just a regular dress. It was a trip.
William said many blessings to you.
All right.
So you went to Ireland, you hung out there, and then what? You went to London?
I had my friend. She planned the trip. We flew to Pisa and started off at the Tower of Pisa, and then we drove. I rented a car and we drove up.
That's the Leaning Tower Pizza, right?
Right. It was incredible. It was incredible.
What do you mean Pisa? I thought it was pizza.
That's the name of the town. Pisa.
That's pizza.
Come on, man.
Pizza.
But we ended up going to
Tower Pizza.
A couple of cities. One of them was Cinque Terre, where it's these villages that are built into the cliffs, and they were built by fishermen, and they're all tourist attractions now. But it was incredible. Went to Florence.
Did you go to England?
I went to London. We spent a day in London, and my last day was spent in what was that? What was that city that I was in?
What, London?
No, I went back to Ireland.
Oh, Dublin.
In Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah.
And Dublin was a trip.
Said howdy, EPD. Yeah. So how did it feel? You know, one day you're in prison, next day you're on parole, next day you're in another country. How was that?
I just,
really?
when you're driving around and seeing these places and you're thinking, wow, just 2 years ago, I was doing time in prison.
Doing a life sentence.
Doing a life sentence and never really knowing if I'm getting out. So, yeah, it was incredible. That's why it's important that I take this time of my life and do the things that are fun, to where, I live life now rather than just tweak it away.
Yeah. Well, they just waste it,
Yeah, just
sitting in a fucking cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Castel drinking ale. He doesn't drink though.
I don't drink.
A long way to go for some
I'll
Kerry Gold, Dave.
Huh?
Long way to go for some Kerry Gold.
Hey, I was in the County Kerry where they
Where?
make Kerry Gold.
What's Kerry Gold?
It's butter. They make Kerry Gold
All
butter.
right. All right.
But I was in County Kerry. That's where she lives.
Yeah.
So
you had a good time?
I had a blast. I wouldn't trade it for
You
nothing.
flew on the Aer Lingus.
I flew on Aer Lingus. It cost me.
The butter I buy is Kerry Gold. Oh, man,
Yeah.
it's your replacement phone. I got my replacement phone, Brian. What's up, Mike? I did get a replacement phone. It's been a bitch getting it set up. I can't lose any more phones.
They got great cheese. I get it.
Awesome
I get
cheese.
it. I've got it at the
Grocery outlet.
grocery outlet.
What's it called? Kerry Gold
Kerry
cheese.
Gold. They have savory
cheese?
cheddar. That's the best cheddar cheese
Come
I've
on,
ever eaten.
dude.
The best.
The best cheese is
The best.
Velveeta.
And then they also sell these blocks. Like she lives near the Skellig Islands, right off the Skellig Islands, and they have Skellig.
Let's face it, the best cheese is Velveeta. It's made in America.
Oh my god!
Come on, dude. They got Mexican
I don't
version.
even want to
They
throw
got
that
regular-
on macaroni.
hey, They got regular Velveeta. Then they have Mexican. They have white
Yeah.
queso.
Oh yeah,
Jake,
that's right. We
I
found that
remember the
in
water
the packages in
sloshing
prison.
out of the courtyard pool and
What did he say? What did it say?
remember the water sloshing out
I
of the pool
remember
at
them.
Sarnap Avenue, Walnut Creek when I just moved to Cocoa County in the late 80s from earthquake. I felt never did get used to them. Welcome, Troy. What's up, brother? Bro, hey, Dave, what do you think about Arizona?
It's okay.
He don't like
Lake
it.
Havasu was really cool.
He don't like it.
It's nice out here. It's tranquil. But my job is in California. And it's like you said,
Dude, they have that job in every state in the country.
but if they do background checks on me, then I'd be...
They don't give a fuck about that job. I was trying to get a job as security guard with Secure.com. You and Dave do time together. We did time together at CMC.
East.
We did the long-term offender program
Yeah,
together.
that's where we met. I signed up for the long-term offender program. In 2015, commissioner came to SADF out in Corcoran where I was and said, hey, you qualify for the elderly in 5 years. We want you to go do the program. And I ended up going and doing that program.
Yeah.
And that's where I
for
met him.
me, I was in CMC West Yard. Hi, Dave. You should have visit Copenhagen. Christine is Freetown, Copenhagen. Greetings and enjoy life.
I would have loved to have seen Copenhagen. Maybe next time.
Best Vilvis cheat is Velveeta, he says, dead. Velveeta cheese is best. They got white queso, Mexican regular.
Yeah,
they got several different versions of it.
Right.
It's a bomb,
dude. And in packages, it's the best.
It makes the best nachos ever. I'm not bullshitting.
But getting back to Copenhagen, my grandmother was Prussian.
It's not where they got
so
hookers.
I want to go to Germany.
Isn't that Holland where the hookers are?
Yeah, and I got a friend I grew up with who lives in Holland.
Good evening,
Amsterdam.
Strange Days. Yeah, so the long-term offender program, I was on the West Yard, living in a fucking dorm with 90 assholes,
And
shooting
that place
dope,
sucked.
gambling, and they say, hey, we got this long-term offender program created by the Parole Board. What's up, Brian?
What's up, Brian?
And I said, fuck it, I'm going to go do it.
Yeah.
Because the board created it, so I figured if the board's going to let you go, they want you to do their program.
Right.
And that's kind of how it worked out.
Right. That's kind of how.
That's where we met. We used to help each other out with bookwork and, different shit that was going on in the groups. And
it was intense for 2.5 years.
The program.
The program.
Yeah.
A half day was spent in the program.
Fuck,
And then I went to work,
Sunday.
and then I went to other groups at night, and then
Yeah.
became a facilitator, and it was nonstop for 2 years.
And the
2.5
thing was, I still didn't know if I was going to get out or not.
You don't know.
I didn't really believe it. Velveeta reminds me of government cheese in the 80s.
That's it. Thank
Best
you. Yeah,
damn
you get the big
girlfriend
block
cheese
for free.
sandwiches.
For free.
Velveeta cheese is the bomb, dude.
For
I
free.
don't like eating nothing but Velveeta cheese.
Oh my God.
I don't like all that other shit. It's fake.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, so I didn't really know. But you know what? Like, there were guys like that piece of shit John that turned out that he killed some girls.
Right.
Remember Blue Bunny or whatever it was. Anyway.
Right.
They were still crying around like, yeah, they're not going to let nobody out and all this shit. I said, hey, motherfucker, I don't want to hear that shit. Unless you got a fucked up case, right, you can get out. So miss me with your bullshit.
Right.
And it turns out he had a fucked up case.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Molina, I can't read. It's too small on my phone. Dave's late. I'm late too. What's up, John? But I told him, hey, look, dude, unless you got a fucked up case, you can get out of prison.
When did you parole? I paroled in 2020.
Yeah.
2020.
And he went to Sacramento. I was working in Sac. But, so I got thoroughly engaged in that program. And I kept asking guys that went to the board and got found suitable. Eric, and I said 91. Now they're letting everybody out. Yeah, now they're letting everyone out. But I said, look, what did they ask you about the program at the board? Oh, I don't know. And, I was like, fuck, And they go, just got to be straight up with them.
Right.
And that's the bottom line. You just had to go in there and be straight up.
Well, they asked me my causative factors, contributing factors.
Yeah. William said, welcome home.
Oh, okay, thank you.
But, all that other shit. But they didn't ask me none of that shit in the board.
They asked you your favorite step.
When I went to the board, they didn't ask me nothing about the program, nothing about the steps. But they could tell by the way I was answering their questions that I had gone through the program. I got something from it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that's what they cared
about. They didn't
about.
ask me anything about the program itself. What they did, though, hey, look, man, they see thousands of guys every year. They're trying to get out.
Thousands.
And so
from one end of the state to the other.
And so when they ask you questions, they can tell by the way you answer the questions if you've grown from the programs you've been involved in.
Right.
Or if you're just scamming your way through to get some paperwork saying that you were in a program.
Right.
So, yeah. You paroled to Sacramento.
I did.
Yeah, they paroled to South Sac, Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Yeah.
And
gunshots every night.
And it wasn't as bad as South Central where I was, bro.
Well, I don't know. A guy got shot on the other side of I was washing dishes, and I heard a pop, and some girl started screaming right on the other side of the fence. I mean, I'm talking 10 feet away. He was shot, so, I wouldn't say it wasn't nothing.
But, they don't have transitional housing for ex-lifers in the best neighborhoods.
Not really, probably not. Now,
so I was in South Central, me and this black dude, John, big dude, he liked to eat, I like to eat. I said, hey, man, let's go over to the market and get some shit, make some. He goes, yeah, so we got all dressed, ready to go to walk over to Superior Market. That's that Mexican market I told you about.
Right.
And right when we got ready to open the door, we're pop, 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 pop. We're like 10 gunshots. I looked at him and he goes, I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
And it turns out the cops had chased the guy down on Vermont. I live on 54th and Vermont, right? And they crashed right there at 54th and Vermont. And he got out of his car and they just bam, 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 bam. They shot him, killed him.
Yeah.
Right there, So it was a fucked up neighborhood, but I liked it.
What does it say?
Smiley faces.
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed it because I was free. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, people getting shot over there. Hey, sorry about your luck.
Yeah, I mean,
just don't shoot this way.
We came from a place where guys get stabbed, and shot. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah, I just continue washing my dishes.
I mean, we can't. Yeah.
Yeah. Now later, the cops are with flashlights.
It was a rough area, but I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
Charlie, what's up? And I mean, we came from the worst neighborhood in the world to one a little bit better,
Yeah, basically, yeah.
But I'm going to tell you what. I've said this before. Better them than you. That's right.
That's it.
You take a look at CTI. Not yet, Charlie. CTI. Dave, good seeing you too again. Tashanka said good seeing you too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tashanka's asked about you.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. People ask how. Yeah, South Central. I lived in South Central for 7 months before I moved up to Placerville, and I loved it, man. And I'm gonna tell you what, South Central's better than Soledad. That's right. So I would sit out on and everybody in the neighborhood knew, what's up, Tank Dog? You know, hey, they got white dudes living in the black and Mexican neighborhood.
Right.
Right, we're the only white people in miles around.
Right.
But they would walk by, hey, what's up? You know.
Right.
This one lady used to go over the parking lot and clean the parking lot. And she'd walk by, hola, you know, what's up?
Yeah.
People were friendly. People were genuine. People were nice, you know. And I would leave. I would perform fun shots every night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the people in South Central that you encountered, I saw a vid from some rapper in LA who was on a live stream from this car.
Oh, yeah.
And his rival gang figured out where he was and shot him in the face. Wow. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
But everyone that I encountered in South Central was genuine, you know?
Yeah.
There was this black dude used to walk his little dog, a little tiny dog down the street. Hey, what's up, man? He said bullshit with us.
Right.
And then one day he goes, man, my dog got hit by a car. And he was bummed out, man. And we were like, oh, dude, you know, we just like try to comfort him. Hey, man, that's fucked up. We're sorry, you know. And he was like, thanks, guys, you know. But people were genuine.
Yeah.
And then I would leave South Central. I'd go down the beach or I'd go downtown. I'd go and I'm fresh out. So I see people in a prison, you make eye contact with someone, you nod, whatever, smile, and they would just put their head down, look away.
Right.
They wouldn't even make eye contact with you.
Right.
But over there in the hood, South Central, you nod to somebody, hi, you know, they say, hey, hi, you know.
Right.
They're real. They're not fake ass, you know.
Right.
That's one thing I did like about it. I like the people, they're pretty cool.
Well, where I was, it was the blacks weren't too friendly towards whites.
Yeah, but you live in a whole different kind of.
It was a black neighborhood.
Yeah, but
And
it gets messed up when you get in environments.
It was a blood
where,
neighborhood too.
Yeah, that's right, Jake. Yeah, but it was more of a dope. See, I didn't live in a dope. You live in a spot where they're slinging dope and
Yeah, it was.
people were sitting across the street on a couch smoking crack, and
Right.
I didn't live in that kind of.
They have these makeshift grave sites for people who got killed right there.
Yeah. I mean, but it was a crack, and
It was a blood neighborhood.
but you had homeless people living right across the street from where you were staying.
Yeah.
And I went over there one time, and there were people smoking crack.
Oh
And,
yeah, it was horrible.
and see, so it wasn't just a regular boxing good mitts. That's right, Deshanka. Thank you. Yeah, so I mean, you lived in it was worse in some ways. But what's up, Big Mick? Cocoa County Dave and Big Mitch. That's right, bro. What's up, Bob?
Right.
Pomona Crack Whack. That's right. Tank Dog up in Compton. Imagine a big half-white Native American dude growing up there.
Yeah.
You know, I went through Compton, but I was mostly in South Central, you know. But I tripped out because where I lived, it used to be a black neighborhood, but because guys lost their houses through attrition and drugs and death, the mom and dad and this and that, it was, no, I'm not related to him. What's up? Invest in yourself. How you doing? But so now it was like guys from Mexico and El Salvador, and then from Vermont over was black, and then up the street was F-13 Florencia. So it was a weird neighborhood, you know.
Yeah.
And I worked with these
And all different kinds.
Yeah, and I worked with these black kids. You go, man, it's the worst neighborhood in L.A. What's up? See Wilson's View. I go, why? Matt, what's up? Smoking that crack in the whoop whoop bookie down. That's right. Where are you on the east side of South Central? I was on 54th in Vermont. So let's see. There was a serious issue in the early 2000s. Hispanic gangs trying to kick out the black gangs.
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
So very proud of you both. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Oh, Poacher, what's up, brother? So he told me it was the worst neighborhood in LA because all the different races and gangs were vying for that spot.
Right.
Right? It was like a hub, like a central.
They wanted that. It was
crossroads,
It was
you know?
prime real estate.
And he goes, no, that's
For-
where all the gangs
Right.
and races meet.
That's what I'm
and
talking about.
And they go, man, it's the worst neighborhood in LA, man. I go, really? And they told me why, and they go, They go, but you're cool, man. You're white. They won't fuck with you.
Yeah?
They go, you're white, you know?
Really?
Yeah, and it was true. They never fucked with me, you know?
You weren't a threat to the,
No, I mean, I was. They knew. Hey, these dudes are fucking living in transitional housing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we're
Yeah.
not there to fuck with their program, so that people
And they
were
were-
respectful.
Hey,
That's
and
pretty
from
cool.
what I
I liked
understand, all the gangs outside, because we were in a gated, it had a wrought iron
Yeah,
fence
yeah.
around it. The gangs were told by the head gang members to leave us alone.
To respect it.
Right, to respect
I
it.
believe that. Yeah, you live in a fucked up spot. I used to go there with a truck. Well, when I worked on that, William, what's up? Hard Intentions Community. That's right. Timbo, what's up? And so I used to go over there in the truck when I was working that job, cleaning up illegal dumps and homeless camps. And
Right.
I would clean up illegal dumps in that street you lived on at least twice a week.
Yeah, I
There was
know.
always people dumping trash. It was a fucked up neighborhood.
In Sacramento, a lot of parts of Sacramento are like that.
But you were free.
Yeah, I didn't care
Dave
about all
hit the
that.
iron again. He looks a little beefier than last time he was on.
I haven't. I've been
Dave's-
just working. I've been working my ass off.
Dave works
I
all
work
the time.
all the time.
Has no free time.
I
and
get
he-
6
and-
days off a
and
month.
He likes to eat.
Man, hey, I do eat. I will admit that.
So do I, though.
I
But
sh-
so
I
going
better
from
not go to
prison to South Sac, I mean,
Yeah.
who gives a fuck? You were walking over to grocery outlet, and you were walking
Oh,
all
I
over
walked.
the place.
I walked down to the grocery store to
But,
the,
I mean,
to
you
the
were
neighborhood.
you were walking all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, works the best way to build it. Yeah,
What do you say?
works the best way to build up.
It's.
So
I'm not broke.
Tashanka, you used to be out here. What are you doing for work, Dave?
I do commercial refrigeration.
Tashanka, you live in Arizona. You know where I live, right? Commercial refrigeration, Walmart, supermarkets. Is there work out here where we live for that kind of work? Because I'm telling Dave, he could enjoy his life a lot more out here in Arizona. You know what I mean? Yeah, we got to get him out here. I told him, man, look, we'll get a tough shed, put a sink in there, and a toilet, you know, run it out.
Hey, I admit it's a
can-
it's a beautiful place to visit.
He can live. He can live in a tip. A lot of my grandfather used to always try to get me to go into that front. Yeah, we could get him a tough shed to live in, a big tough shed, you know.
Yeah, a big one.
At least 15 feet long.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. If we're going to want it cool in the summer, hot. There ain't that many swamp coolers out.
Yeah, I don't work
A
out.
bunch of
smoking.
commercial buildings. Yeah. So anyway, Dave's out here. He's seen Arizona, and so Charlie, AZ doesn't pay like. No, it doesn't. But the cost of living's cheaper. Gas is cheaper. Food's cheaper. A big tough shed. That's right. Yeah, we'll get you a big tough shed, bro. Teddy Mack. Do you hear about the teenager who climbed up on those and fell behind him and wasn't? I never heard about that.
What happened?
He said some kid climbed up on the refrigerators in a supermarket and fell behind him. They didn't find it for months.
Oh,
Swamp coolers are no good over 100 degrees. Actually, we had one in
Yeah.
Placerville. Ain't worth a shit.
I don't work on those. I've worked on them one time at a Sam's Club for the tire shop.
So what you do is you do like Walmart, the refrigerators, chillers, all that
anything,
kind of
any
shit.
kind of refrigeration you see in grocery stores or Walmarts. You know, your reach-ins, the coffins.
Yeah.
Back in the back, they got walk-ins.
Yeah.
We fix all that stuff.
That's pretty cool.
It's a good job.
Yeah.
I have to admit, it's a great job, and there's not many people. There's a lack of people that do this.
Yeah. Got a swamp cooler. Yeah, swamp coolers kind of suck, really. Commercial refrigeration is 24/7 work.
It is. I'm on call once a week and 1 week in a month.
Master cools are the AZ way to cool. Should have consulted a professional before. Yeah. John Doe is yes, that kid was a mummy. It was like 5 or 10 years before they found him. Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy. Well, Dave, I know you don't want to move out here, but I'm just telling you the options there.
Dave.
I had to get there before the ice
That's
thing
right.
melts.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea. Yes.
But there are jobs like that out here, a lot of them. So they have heat pumps too. Well, we have a pellet stove, and then we have an air conditioner unit for like central air. Occupation, did you learn HVAC in prison, Dave?
I got a job.
Good evening, AZ Heats.
I got a job doing kitchen maintenance, and the guy who hired me was a refrigeration guy.
Yeah.
And we had to do that.
Do you ride?
Yes.
Dave's
I
got
haven't ridden for a while though.
Davies came down to bike night with us in Sacramento. He bought a 05 Dyna Lowrider with 4,000 miles on it for $5,000, and so he's got a bike.
Yeah.
And he doesn't ride as much as he'd like to because he's always fucking working.
True.
But when he moves to Arizona, he can ride more.
But if I win the lotto.
What do you mean win the lotto?
Well, I got to win the lotto.
Yeah, he's got an 05. Yeah, we're at bike night, and this guy had that bike for sale. It's a nice bike.
It's okay. It's not a bad bike.
And needs a new
Had
gas
4,000
tank.
miles in it.
It needs a new gas tank.
Yeah.
4,000 miles, a brand new fucking bike.
Yeah.
Come on.
It is, but you know, I got other
Has
shit.
Dave ever been electrocuted on the job?
I'm not electrocuted because you can see I'm still here, but I have been shocked many times. So I'm very careful of working around
So
electricity.
you were
I work with electricity
so
a lot.
you were working in the kitchen.
I was working in the
Kitchen maintenance.
kitchen maintenance, and I got my first introduction to refrigeration.
So
and
the
then
guy
when I
asked you-
left,
guy asked you to work with him.
yeah, and then he's kind of taught me the fundamentals of
And
refrigeration.
you told him, I don't know nothing about it.
Right.
And
So I don't know
so
nothing
this is
about
a
that.
free staff.
A free staff, and he goes, I'll teach you. So I learned the fundamentals of refrigeration,
Yeah.
and then I went to another prison and took the VOC and got my EPA license.
And that's weird, huh? You can't read that.
What does it say?
I don't know. That last piece.
Hey, has Dave been...
No, right here. Review or some shit. I don't know. Anyways, the free staff told Dave, I'll train you, right?
Yeah.
And so did he teach you anything?
Yeah, he
about-
taught me all kinds of stuff. He taught me how to work on all different kinds of stuff. Not just...
How do you get a passport with a felony? Once you're off parole, you're good to go, right?
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
You don't have to... You can be an
You can have a felony and get a passport. It's not
you
a
can get a
big deal.
passport. That doesn't mean that the country you want to go to is going to let you in, but Europe doesn't keep you from going.
Edison medicine. What's that say? You like Edison medicine? I don't know what Edison medicine is.
Edison...
It's amazing how many bikes you can get 10 years old or whatever, 2 or 3. Yeah. Thanks, that's right. Hey, Mitch, how's it going? It's going good, slow burn.
Edison medicine, he's talking about being
Do you
shocked.
get on roofs or just mechanical rooms?
We do both. We have rack rooms where they have the compressors. Sometimes the compressors, the racks are on the roof.
Yeah.
We have condenser units that are up on the roof. You know, because you have condenser fans that you have to have in order to displace heat. And then
Just the facts, Dave. Have you been on the roof?
Yes, I work on the roof. I do work on the roof. Not all the time, but a lot
You
of
like
times.
your job?
I like it.
Do you really like it?
I really like it.
Well, you know, I mentioned that earlier. You know, I got found suitable for parole. So, electric shock, Edison medicine.
Yeah, Edison
kickstarts
medicine,
the
getting
heart.
shocked.
Yeah. So, me and Dave and K Tom used to go to the yard, night yard, and sit in the bleachers. That was pretty much us three, huh?
Yeah.
Anybody else really?
Not really.
huh?
Justin used to come out a little
Yeah, he
bit.
was kind of lame.
Yeah.
But we get a bag of popcorn, drink a soda,
Yeah. Ice cream. sweet
watch the
ice cream.
fucking sun go down.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I remember.
That wasn't a bad time in prison. That wasn't a bad time
That
in
wasn't a
prison.
bad time. Kate Tom's still in though. I can't quit cold turkey. Remember that? That's right. And so I go, yeah, I'm getting out, man. They found me suitable, and we kept talking about it. And the closer it got, then one day you go, yeah, when you get out, now you can help me get out. And I go, yeah, sure. And I was like, then I was in the cell thinking, fuck, dude, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get out. How the fuck am I gonna help Dave get out? You
Right,
know?
right.
But
But probably what I meant by that, you could write me a letter once you're established. Because I knew people who had other
And I
inmates who
did.
got out and established themselves and were doing good and
Yeah.
wrote letters for people. And
I did.
And the board
Did we send
actually
you a
looked at
package or
it.
something once in a while?
You send me
Like
packages.
a couple packages and
Yeah,
phone calls, and I wrote a letter to the board
yeah,
for you.
Yeah.
Did they read that?
They never mentioned it.
Yeah.
They never mentioned it.
HVAC residential sucks. Getting in attics and roofs. Yeah,
I don't do that.
I can imagine.
I do refrigeration.
Yeah, it's like commercial shit.
I don't do
You know,
HVAC.
like Walmart and all
I
that.
do refrigeration. There's a big
Yeah,
difference.
yeah.
That's why I don't do HVAC.
Send Justin a few Italy pics. Thinking of you, bud. That's right.
Yo, I got
So,
send who some Italy pics.
yeah. So
I got them.
So, you know, I just wondered what the board thought if they saw my letter. You know, like, hey, this guy's the next lifer. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. On one hand, it'd be kind of cool. Hey, this guy's out. He's out. He's successful. He's like co-signing, trying to help his friend get out. I don't know. Or they could say, "Ah, fuck this guy," you know.
You want me to go get my phone? But they can
They
see.
can't really see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I showed them the Colosseum and
Yeah.
the Statue of David.
Hey, bro, look.
The,
Hey,
the
I
Leaning
told you.
Tower of Pisa.
What I tell you earlier, I'm American.
I know.
All right.
And that's great.
I was born in America.
You don't want to go. You don't want to go nowhere. I get
I was
it.
born in San Jose, California.
Okay, I get
I wonder
it.
why that keeps doing it. It's weird with the comments. I was born in San Jose, California.
I was born in Concord,
I'm an
California.
American.
We're not too far from.
I'm not a European. I'm an American. Held for review. Message held for. Keep saying message held for review. So I don't know what the fuck that means, but I'm glad you got to go to Europe. I'm glad you're out,
Me too.
man.
Yeah.
We sat in that prison yard, and man, imagine those gladiator days.
Yeah, I was on the platform where they fought.
Really?
Yeah.
So
It
I
was
know they had
bad. It was
elevators.
bad.
They had elevators and shit.
They did, and
Then they had the Colosseum floor and they had elevators. They bring up lions, tigers, all fighters from below. So,
Right.
but it looks like the whole platform is collapsed, and what you see is down below.
those are the channels and tunnels that they would put the animals through, and then put them into elevators.
Right.
And the
And
gladiators.
so you tell me part of the top where they fought still there?
No, they had to rebuild it.
Oh,
They had to that platform is long gone, but but they've rebuilt it the exact replica
yeah. How do they know it's exact?
because they
Yeah, and they used to just cover up the blood with fresh sand. That's right.
they said a lot of the people that were killed were the people convicted of murder, stealing, and
Yeah,
they would give them a wood sword and they would fight a gladiator. And he would kill them, and then they would put a spike in them and drag them out.
Thank you, Jay. Said amazing go from prison to Italy.
Yeah,
Said,
it
but
is,
but
it
hey,
is.
so I'd throw the wooden stick down and just tackle him, motherfucker.
Well, you would try, but I mean,
You know, I just
I
tackle
mean,
him. Put the jujitsu on him.
it was incredible.
Yeah,
And another
yeah.
thing they did was they would fill that thing with water, and they would have ships in there doing battle with each other.
Yeah.
And then within 8 hours,
Kind
or
of like the
something,
NFL, right?
it's a trip.
Have
It's
thousands
something
of
to do.
people entertained by
Yeah.
the Colosseum. Freedom, Wimpsy, yeah, freedom, enjoy. Enjoy your new chapter in the life, gentlemen. Many blessings. Thank you, William.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm back. That's right, Mr. Wilson. But, you know, in the end, that Coliseum, isn't it kind of like the NFL today?
Not really.
No,
Not
what
really.
I'm not, I don't mean they killed people. NFL, you don't die unless they guys die. But,
They have, but
what I'm saying is, they said give them games and bread, basically.
right.
Entertain the masses.
The Caesar at that time.
So they could control people.
Right.
Isn't it the same way now?
And
Huh?
and he built all this opulence
Yeah.
because he wanted the people to know that we didn't get this by being nice.
Yeah.
We didn't get that's what they're
We'll kill you.
we got this by taking it from people. That's what he. That was the
They
whole
were
purpose.
gangster motherfuckers.
That's what the Caesar at the time. That's what he wanted to push on the people. That what you're saying, this is part of what we did to get what we got.
Keep the ruled entertained. The Roman circus. That's right.
The Roman.
I wonder if they ever done like DNA or something on that dirt in the Colosseum. I don't know. So basically, if you lived in Rome, though, Rome itself, you were the recipient, even if you weren't on the top tier status, you were the recipient of all the goods that came into Rome, the capital, right?
Right.
Through the conquest of the Roman Empire.
Right.
You got the benefits.
Oh yeah, if you were a Roman citizen, you were set.
We need to reopen the gladiators and get rid of the pedos. I agree 100. And we could throw Joe in there, number one.
Throw a wooden sword at that pedo.
Give Joe, Sleepy Joe, a wooden stick. Say, Joe,
and then when
if you win, we'll give you an ice cream.
Put a hook in him and drag him out.
Hey, we'll give him an ice cream if he survives.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he likes ice cream.
What people don't really know is the gladiators were taken care of. When they fought each other, didn't always fight to the death. Yeah. Sometimes they got killed, but they weren't always fought to the death. And they would give thumbs up and thumbs down whether they wanted them to kill them. But they were treated better. They ate good and had women. And
every Greek knows that's right, but only the Spartans do what's right. That's right. Spartans were bad motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know, the Spartans used to take, I don't know why or which children, they would throw their babies off cliffs.
Oh, that was the
Spartans.
Was it the Spartans?
They were bad motherfuckers.
Arthagonians or whatever they were.
Spartans, bro. They were a warrior tribe of people.
Yeah.
But they were the baddest motherfuckers, man. Pink Floyd played the Colosseum in Pompeii. Folks, what's up, C. Williams? View. The Spartans. Hey, go tell the Spartans. That's where you got a marathon from. You know that, right?
No.
Someone had to run like miles to go tell the Spartans they were being invaded.
Oh.
Go tell the Spartans. I think they ran from one spot to another. I forgot the details, but this dude ran a marathon to go tell the Spartans that they were needed.
Oh.
Spartans are badass.
Yeah.
Fall in line quick. Yeah, we need to throw Joe, Sleepy Joe, into the Colosseum, give him a stick. And they were also very gay. The Spartans, I don't think were gay. Greeks were gay. The Greeks would have sex with boys.
That's so would the Romans.
The Romans probably did too.
They did.
I don't think the Spartans were like that.
They were all kind of weird back then, I think.
It was Nike. Yeah, they ran from Athens to Sparta. Yeah. Yeah, that's where you get the marathon from, I think.
And they were in Nikes.
And they wore Nike. They wore Nike shoes.
That's silly.
That's fucking funny, dude. You're crazy. Yeah, but
okay.
What's up with the purple bike painting? Looks dope.
Dope. Oh yeah.
That purple bike over there is a photograph. The flathead. Sparta was the only Greek state without walls because its men were its walls. That's right. AZ Heats, what's up?
What did you say?
Let's see. How you liking in northern Arizona, Mitch? I love it. I've been here almost 15 years now from Napa in the Bay Area. I was raised. I love Arizona, bro. That's where Nike got the name. That's right. Okay, got another message being held for review. I love northern Arizona a lot. I really do. Work is a motherfucker. I haven't been able to find work.
He got a lead on a job now, though, the other day.
Long distance runner. I might go up to the rock quarry in
15 minutes away.
In what's the name of that town?
Colton or
no Chloride.
Chloride.
They got a rock quarry in Chloride. I met a guy at the at the store the other day, yesterday. Yeah. And he's like, "Hey, dude, they hire. I wasn't trying to be a wise guy with my. That's all right, brother. It's all right, Soy. Sparta boys left home around 10 years old and began
They're military.
military training.
Yeah.
18th year was set out alone at night and had to kill as many slaves as he could without being detected. Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you get the movie 300, Jake. It's God's country up here. I'll never go back to the city. Work is the only downside. It's hard to find work at times in a small. Yeah, it's true. Rock quarry equipment operators get good money. They pay $16 an hour. This guy was a carpenter, had no experience at all.
And now he's running loaders and everything.
The 300 was about yeah. The phalanx. Yep. The Spartans were bad motherfuckers. They were a warrior tribe. Yeah, so I met a guy, super cool dude, Josh. He's like, hey, I work at the rock quarry. He's a carpenter. He went up there with no experience. He's running water trucks, skip loaders, all kinds of shit now. Butler did a good job as lieutenant. Yeah, he did. So I love northern Arizona. I love the desert. They say if you live in the desert for a year, you never want to leave. You know, so maybe that's true. I don't want to leave. I haven't even been here a year. We love it. Work is the only downside. I've got some applications in at Love's, waiting to find out what's up with that. But I might go to the rock quarry Monday and see what if I'm. And look,
the guy said, "Listen, if you show, all they want is for you to show up for work and show up on time."
Yeah. Did you have cactus out there? I have some cactus.
A lot.
High desert is the best. We have a lot of Joshua trees. We don't really have a lot of cactus. We got cholla, jumping cholla cactus. They suck. Hell yeah, we go. But we got a lot of Joshua trees. But this guy said he works 70 hours a week.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
That's 10 hours.
That's what
a
I
day.
work sometimes.
Can you drink cactus milk? I didn't know cactus.
Can you milk a cactus?
I didn't know they had cactus milk.
They do.
I wouldn't want to try to milk a cactus.
You gotta take the spine and then
being
milk
reliable,
it.
most important thing when it comes to a job. Yep, being reliable is important.
Yeah.
So he said they'll train me.
He was real adamant about that.
He said, hell, they'll train you. They just need good guys that'll show up.
Because I don't care. They don't care if you've been to prison. All they want is you to show up on time and show up.
Oh, yeah.
And work.
And he goes, I smoke hella weed and I drink Coors.
Yeah.
So they don't test for weed or, whatever.
Yeah.
But, and it's only 15 minutes away, so I never could leave it out. So nice to not live on top of people. Folks sticks to themselves and stay out here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to tell you something. Everyone knows what's going on around here. But nobody says, nobody's in your business. Nobody's bothering you. So last weekend, John Hall was here. How was the flight, Dave?
It was good. I took Spirit Airlines and it was on time and it was a good flight.
So last weekend, out
1
in
hour.
Colorado, you can get
1 hour from Sacramento to Las Vegas.
Abatement job. At 30 hours, well, I would do an abatement job in a heartbeat if I could find one. So last weekend we went out on a dirt road, and my neighbor has an SKS. He brought his SKS 9mm pistol, 22 caliber Ruger, and we shot. I got a bullseye 3 times with the SKS. That's right. At about 75 yards. We sat out there, shot guns for 2 hours. No, and look, their house is right down the street.
Right.
It's all dirt roads. Nobody called the cops. Nobody give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's what I like about living out here. They know, hey, they're just out there shooting.
Right.
People don't get in your business out here. You have a peaceful, tranquil environment, man.
Right.
And I like it. This is the way America should be. It reminds me of living in the 70s out here, kind of, But the thing is, where we live, we can go to Vegas. We can go to Bullhead City. We went to Havasu today. I'm very impulsive, so I couldn't have a gun. I want to be shooting stuff in the middle of the streets. Well, the thing is, you can shoot your gun in the street here and nobody cares. As long as you're not shooting at them.
Right.
Because all the streets are dirt.
Yeah.
You know?
He lives on a dirt street.
But so we took Dave to Havasu. My friend that lives out there grew up in Contra Costa County by where Dave lived and hung out when he was. People in California lose their mind at that. Yeah, you don't. There's no concealed. You can carry a gun out here openly or concealed. No one cares, you know. So you're going to Walmart, you see guys carrying pistol. But so we took Dave to Havasu.
That was a trip. That place is a trip.
You know, they got
like
he saw the London Bridge and he met our friend that we know who grew up where he grew up and.
We knew some of the same people.
Yeah, but he lived in Placerville. That's where I met him. And, you know.
Well, no, we didn't meet in Placerville.
No, that's where I met him.
Oh, that's where you met him.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
But, you know, there's something to be said just like Texas. Yeah, just like Texas, you know. And I have some friends in Texas. Hats off to a young man has the same last name as me. How you doing, Marshall? If you're watching, respect, my friend. I've been concealed cabin in California for 30 years. Arizona don't blow my mind. The thing is, you know, you got to have permits to conceal carry in California, and in Arizona you can just do it.
Right.
You don't need a permit. You know, you can just do it.
Right.
And you can carry you don't have to. Like in California, you can carry your gun on your belt, but it can't be loaded. Out here, it can be loaded. And they expect you to have it loaded, I guess,
Yeah.
you know. But, you know, that's a small thing. Carrying a gun openly is a small thing. Can you walk around the Walmart with a gun on your hip? Yeah, you can.
You can. Oh, the guy at the store had a clip and he had snake shot in it, right?
Yeah. Wow, the first couple.
The first.
Yeah, it was homeboy. He had a 45, but it had 2 snake shot rounds, and then the rest were regular.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You can carry a gun out here wherever you want, and you don't need a permit. And if it's in your hand, no big deal. I mean, I don't know why you would want a gun in your hand at Walmart, but
Yeah.
you're in pitch to anyone in California, you've got to be a business. So yeah, see.
Yeah, if you're a business owner
In California,
you'll have to have been robbed, or I think.
in California, it's not
in order
easy to
that
get
permit.
a concealed carry permit.
Right, you'd
Out
have to-
here, you don't need a permit.
Right,
You
have
just
to
do
prove.
it.
You have to prove that
You just
you
do
need
it.
it because you've been
Yeah,
robbed.
because
or
you're a
something.
big baller. With my mind, how a gun rights state like Arizona can elect an anti-gun twit for governor. Well, I'm going to tell you why that happened. Because all these guys from California have moved to the cities like Phoenix and all that. So the big cities in Arizona are overpopulated with people from California. And they brought their bullshit with them. See, the people from California who aren't with the bullshit live where we live. And the people from California that are fucking retards, they move to the cities. Phoenix, maybe Scottsdale, whatever. So they control the vote. There's a lot of them, you know. You can't carry concealed, can you? It has to be. Yeah, you can carry concealed or open. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, here in Arizona, this guy said you can.
You can carry your gun concealed
It can
or
be
open.
concealed
It doesn't
and
matter.
loaded.
And you don't need a permit. And it can be loaded. It should be loaded. You know?
If you're gonna carry it.
Yeah, so that's how that moron got elected governor out here. Plus, there was some other things, like most people who voted for Kerry Lake went to the polling centers to vote. They didn't mail in their votes, and they shut the polling centers down early. We live about 40 miles from Kingman, Arizona, and about 80 miles from Las Vegas. So we're 3,500 feet. Yeah, you might as well carry a hammer if it ain't loaded. Yeah, they're bringing their politics with them. And that doesn't make any sense. Why, if you don't like California, why would you come to Arizona and bring your California politics with you?
That makes, yeah.
Because the politics is what ruined California.
Right.
You know?
Right.
There's so much homelessness in California now. Yeah, well, AZ Heats, bro. Hey, California is a fucking mess. It's a dump. It's a fucking shithole. And you know what? I have some friends out there. There's some good fucking people in California. They don't like what's going on, but they're outnumbered by the morons.
Right.
And
I mean, just think of back when I was a kid. I mean, we had the Oakland Raiders, the Oakland A's. Life was good. People had jobs. And now
New York.
Oakland's lost it. They've
the
lost their
Oakland
minds.
A's are moving to Vegas, baby.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
gone. You know, they just let them go. And they'll just let a bunch of homeless trash collect in their streets. And
Yeah, they just shoot dope, right? I've seen guys at the bus stop
incredible.
slamming dope. Just fucking
Incredible.
nightmare. If they ruined California, so why would you bring that here? Big Rhino's doing all right, my friend. I am from Cali and live in Kingman now. Been here 8 years. Wow. Let's see. Jay Brown, we need to hook up. I'm only 40 miles from Kingman.
Jay Brown, it's a nice little town there. I was there the other day.
My wife lives up there in Kingman. So she works in Kingman, excuse me. We should hook up sometime. We took Dave to the tack shop. What is it, saloon?
Yeah, the tag. Yeah,
For burgers the other day.
yeah,
You like that?
yeah. It was a good place. Nice little place.
Burgers are good, huh?
Burgers are good. Cool little bar.
They got a 3/4 pound burger.
Got me a
Avocado burger.
yeah.
You fucking avocado, fucking California shit.
Well, yeah, I like avocado.
Come on.
Bacon, cheese.
You should have
it's a
got.
burger.
You should have got that 3/4
burger.
pound burger. Yeah, I wouldn't. I have no intentions of ever going back to California. Absolutely, Mitch. This is a great part of Arizona. Yeah, you know, my little brother's pays 3,000. Wow.
Avocado is the most bland thing ever. I
Unless you
love
put-
avocados.
Unless you put salt and pepper on.
I love avocados.
But that's that
and they're good for you.
California fucking
That's, yeah,
shit.
whatever.
Hey, you know
The
what?
only people in California like avocados.
Homeboy said is, let's see. Let's see what he say. His little brother pays $34.50 in Napa, California for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home.
Yeah.
Regular house, nothing special. We got a nice place, and our mortgage is about two-thirds of that.
That's Napa.
I like avocados. I'm not gonna lie. You know, so does the wife. Yeah, so California, man, like Adrian, my wife was splitting the rent with someone before I got out of prison. She was paying $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
And that was
that's paying somebody else's
splitting the rent.
mortgage.
Splitting
crazy.
the rent.
Crazy.
You know? So I mean, I don't know, man. I just think California's a fucking mess and it's not gonna get any better, so. Spicy avocados and shrimp tacos.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm doing the math. You must live in Dolan. Jay Brown, you hit it right on the head. Mixed avocados and tuna fish for smitches.
That might be good. I've never tried it. I'm gonna try it.
Peace, MYT, peace, brother. Troy, what's up? Yeah, where we live, Jay Brown, it's beautiful. I love it. Yeah, my brother mortgage for a bigger house. Just for a bigger house, his mortgage is only $14.50.
Yeah.
You know, see what I mean?
But I get that. But
It is a nice area, and it is growing here. So we have 3 lots. So the mortgage company told us we got a notification. We're not giving you money for the extra 2 lots because it's 3 lots, right? The house is on a lot, then 2 empty lots. It's just cactus and Joshua tree. So they're gonna give us the money for this lot for the house. Then we're gonna loan us the money for the extra 2 lots. So Adrian says, well, tell them we'll give them $2,000 for each lot, right? $4,000 for both lots. And they go, all right, we'll accept it. So some friends of ours we just so grateful for loaned us $4,000.
Yeah.
And then we got the house and we moved in, and so we have 2 extra lots. And the guy who owns the lot behind us is trying to sell his lot for $19,000. So, but what we want to do eventually is put a tough shed over there for Dave to live in. You know what I mean?
That's a smoking deal. It
Yeah.
is a
So
smoking deal.
what you got to do if you have a lot, you have to put a septic tank in, and then they'll run power to your lot.
Yeah.
And then you can put up your little shanty town, you know?
Yeah.
So actually, we're going to get a travel trailer for Dave to live in. You know what I'm saying? Put a deck on it, put a stock tank pool out there. Yeah. Dave. Yeah, you can live on your retirement.
Yeah.
So how old are you, Dave?
I'll be 64 a month from today.
So Dave's 64 years old. How many hours a week do you work?
Between 45 and 70.
You know, all is well, story of one's life. Everything's good. So a guy who's 64 years old should not be working 70 hours a week. Poor Dave, you're teasing.
No.
You know, and so
Hey, but I don't mind it. You know what I mean?
if you retired,
I really
how much
don't mind it.
how much money would you get from Social Security if you retired?
$1,200.
$1,200 a month.
Yeah,
Well,
nothing.
we'll only charge you $1,000 a
Well,
month to live in a tough shed.
hey.
Right on, Dave. Looking healthy, sir. And we're going to see
Thank
7
you.
hours a week, too. But Dave is 64 years old. You shouldn't be doing that, bro. If you can, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But
Until I do
bro,
it.
you're 64.
Actually, I got
You're
bit by
supposed to be
2
cruising
spiders.
around on your fucking Dyna.
I know, and I will.
Friends with some chefs who have worked 100 hours. That's insane.
Yeah.
64 years old guys are still young.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Normal hours.
Yeah.
My dad makes horse trough swimming pools on his property. Yep. That's what we want to do. Stock tank swimming pools. Dave, you shouldn't be working that much.
Well,
You should be living here in a tough
This is-
shed,
no.
enjoying your life.
No.
Huh? That's the way it is now. We're gonna have to work until we're dead.
That's it.
Speaking of work,
you might as well find something you
how's
like.
that van doing, Teddy? That's right. I work 50 hours a week or more, paid well though. That's right. So Dave, look, we're gonna put that tough shed out. It's gonna have an outdoor shower, outdoor shitter with a awning over it, you know. And it takes 59 hours to stay in your 70s. So, you know, you have an outdoor shower, outdoor
Hey,
toilet.
I look at it like this.
You know?
I did all them years in
No
prison.
Dyna, he deserves a street glide. He has a Dyna. Hey, street glides are not, you know, they're too, I don't know. I saw this 7-year-old dude the other day was dressed up like a 1980s metalhead. He was revving the hay. That's cool. Good. Let's see.
Hey, we have a saying.
Good
The
out
best
there, Dave. Got to do what you got to do.
the best day in prison is not better than is as I go.
I hope
the
64
worst
by
day-
that time, John
The
Doe
best day in
retires.
prison isn't as good as the worst day
Yep.
on the streets.
The worst day on the streets is better than the best day in prison.
And that's how I look at it. So going to
Yeah.
work every
But
day
Dave, we're gonna get
and
you a
making
tough
making
shed
a
to live
living
in.
and doing something that I actually
you
like.
can live out here on the sun porch, bro. Awesome, Teddy. Hope this stays. Hey, you can live out here on the sun porch.
Yeah.
We'll wall it.
Yeah.
Fucking
I'll
Dave.
keep that in mind. Here we go. Dave
Fucking
can
Dave.
make some extra money at work.
Dave can make some extra money at work. Get this sports pool going. That's right.
Yeah.
Cook. When's the cook-off?
Oh,
Wow.
we were gonna do it today.
Yeah, but we messed up.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
it's
messed
Dave's fault. He was
wanted to
talking
go
about
and get
putting a
stuff to do.
sausage in a top ramen or something. You
Oh,
know.
come on.
Red Dye, what's up, brother? Hell yeah. What up, Dave?
What's up, bro?
To make together for a weekend, that's right. Car, what's up? In the pen, brush your teeth over. Brush your teeth over.
I say, what is
toilet,
it?
not a sink. That's right, actually. My generation is going to be a mess when we're going to do all that. That's right. Short time county told me if I go to court at 30 years. That's right. Brian.
What's it say about what? Yeah.
Where?
It said the last one. The last one.
It says Dave already covered the Ireland trip yet. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. That was one of the first questions for Dave was how was the trip in Ireland? Slim Jim. So, hey, Dave, you know, life's good, bro.
It is, you know.
I clown Dave a lot, but we love each other.
Yeah.
Gotta love the ramen.
Yeah.
But you know,
I don't.
You don't like ramen?
No, but I would make one on the cook-off. I would show him how to make a
cook-off.
ramen. I would on the cook-off.
Dave,
I would
talking
teach
about
him,
putting some
I would
fucking-
teach him how to make a ramen.
You're fucking nuts, dude. I'm the best cook in the world. I use Velveeta.
Well, yeah.
I'm cool 50. What's that say? He said, I'm cool, work 50 hours a week, maybe 55. Okay,
Yeah, fuck it. Something to do.
how long is Dave in prison if he doesn't mind asking?
26 years.
Yep. We need to have a bit of barter now and then. That's right. Let's go with the cook-off tomorrow. Dave's leaving
I'm leaving
tomorrow,
early.
so he's got to go. I got to get up at 5 in the morning because
Because
he didn't want to pay an extra $10 to
10.
go. Take a leave at night.
another
No.
150.
A nighttime flight's $250, so he got a morning flight.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to roll out of here about 5:30 in the morning to get him to the airport in time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to do a burn off.
You got that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, Dave.
Next time.
Why don't you just cancel your flight and leave next week?
Yeah, I can't. I gotta go to work. At least I gotta go to the doctor about this.
Yeah, he got a couple spider bites while he was working,
Yeah.
and his boss didn't even pay he had to pay it out of his own pocket.
Well, I went to Kaiser. I didn't go to their doctor, and then I went to their doctor.
You packing David in the back of the scooter. We're taking him out in the minivan. So, safe and good health, smiling Dave. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
William. Many blessings to you and yours also.
You too.
You know, Dave, I just can't, you've been through, Dave was in New Folsom for quite a long, so you guys enjoyed. Thank you, Jay. It was in Hard Intentions family. That's right. You were in New Folsom for quite a while, right?
I was only there for 2.5 years.
That's all?
That's it.
Most guys can't even hang that long.
Well, yeah, they didn't.
Used to meet Dave. Oh, that's right, Brian. Does Dave have a channel? No, he does not have a channel.
don't.
He works too much, you know?
Yeah.
So, you went through some rough shit.
I did. I started off in New Folsom, which was an eye-opener.
Yeah.
And then I went to Solano, level 3, and that was completely different.
That was another eye-opener.
It was an eye-opener.
For prison, right?
Right, because I looked at New Folsom like, wow, this is how you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to act.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then you get killed. And when I went to Solano, it was different. There were people getting beat up and they got in debt for dope and.
That's right, Jake.
It was a different situation, but I carried the same mentality I took from New Folsom to Solano.
Well, when I met you, you were doing burpees on the yard, and I thought, oh, this guy, he's down with shit,
Yeah, I always lifted or something.
So
I stayed healthy.
New Folsom was like normal to you.
It was that it became
As far
normal.
as prison life.
It became normal, and when I left, I took that mentality with me to what's it say?
It said, Brian said, mentioned Dave, it's been a privilege, gotta go. That's right. Good night, Brian.
Good night. But
glad you're out.
I took the mentality
Good
that I
seeing
had
us.
learned in New Folsom with me to a lower prison. And there are other people that were like me and had a mentality like me.
Yeah.
But there were also those that weren't doing life and they were dope fiends and didn't care, and
Yeah.
they made life harder for us.
Did you ever have to fight?
If I fought more in the county jail, I got in like about 20 fights fighting my case, and when I got to prison, I'd been in a couple, but not most of the time. I people didn't mess with me.
Yeah. So this
People
guy
didn't really mess
said.
with me.
This guy said.
His homeboy.
He said, "Well, did you ever get a fight?" I said, "Well, if prisoners don't like dope heads, then stop selling the stuff."
Well,
But
that's the thing, man.
That's
because,
the thing is, the dope heads are the ones that make the prisons bad.
right.
You know,
If we didn't sell it to them, they'd buy it from
they buy it from most
other races.
Yeah, it's your artwork is fire. Thank you so much, Slim. The bottom line is, in prison, dope. I don't. You
can't tell another man what he can and can't
Yeah,
do.
I don't care what guys do.
But when you get in debt and you don't pay it,
Well,
well, then when you get your
Nowadays in prison. Back in the day when I went to prison, if a white dude owed, say, some guy, a South Sider, Mexican, some money for drugs, and he wasn't paying, they would come and tell the white dude, "Hey, man, that dude owes us money. He ain't paying." Well, that means they're gonna kill him,
right.
all right? And then it'd be like, "All right, hey, what's up?" Somebody might have paid, "What's up?" Wah, whatever. And then when he didn't pay, then the Southsiders would stab him. And that wasn't racial, it was business.
Right.
But now
they got themselves in that
But
position.
now, when some white dude doesn't pay the Southsiders,
You can't put your hands
or
on
whatever
another race.
race, right? Well, you can if you've got enough nuts. But if the white
You're gonna get got.
if the white dude doesn't pay his dad, then the Southsiders jump on every white dude on the yard.
No, what they do is they go to the whites and say, he owes us, and we've given him plenty of time. This is his final date. You guys handle it, or we will.
Well, in Lancaster, bro, they jumped on all the white dudes.
Oh,
And I asked this older dude after second ride. I go, "Hey, bro, what the fuck?" It was we were outnumbered like fucking 10-1.
Yeah.
And I go, "Hey, what the fuck, dude?" And he was an old school guy. He goes, "Man, I don't know." And he goes, "Guys ain't paying their debts." I go, "Dude, I don't even fucking use, I mean, criticize people who don't do dope because I've never been an addict just sounds like nothing but trouble." It is nothing but trouble. Drugs are trouble, man. And drugs are most of the trouble in prison.
Right.
On something positive, yep. Drugs are the main problem in prison. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Most of the
Cause more
problems
than anything.
in prison are caused over drugs,
Right.
and drug debts.
Yeah.
And guys that don't pay. That's just fucked up. Or guys that got dope and other guys want it.
Right.
And they want to kill them to take it.
Right.
It's just fucking
And that's
crazy.
happened too.
Oh, it happens all the time. But yeah, prison's changed quite a bit,
Yeah. I don't know what it is like now.
I don't either.
But,
I can't even imagine.
It's probably not too. Now they've got different people on the yard. The politics in the environment has changed, but other things, I don't know. It's different.
Yeah, it's
when I was
weird.
leaving, it was
Starting to change.
starting to change.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, mixed yards on level 2s
And some 3s.
yeah, and some
From
3s.
what I hear.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what, man? I don't
and
know.
if you weren't willing to go along with that program, especially as a lifer, well, then you weren't going to get out.
Yeah, lifers were
At
not.
least that's at the time when I was up there trying to get out. That
Yeah.
was the thing, man. Either you go with the program or.
Does it help a life now being able to talk about that shit?
The only time I ever really talk about it is when I'm here with Mitch or something. The people I work with, I don't talk about it with.
So these guys have come out of the hole and are back on the yard. Yeah, guys come out of the hole are on the yards. They were on the yards before we left.
Yeah.
Guys that had indeterminate shoes, prison gang members, supposedly, they're back out on the main lines before we left. And we had some on our yard before we left.
Yeah.
Before I left, there were guys in the yard that came from Pelican Bay, and they were Southern Hispanic type guys.
Yeah, and I had some before I got to CMC East when I was in SATF.
And you know what's funny
Level
is,
2.
you know who I'm talking about, right? He would only talk to me and one other guy that I knew.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy
SNY
wouldn't.
too. I don't know much about S1. What's the worst write up? What's the worst write up you ever got? But
Threatening a. I had one where I asked for paperwork. They said it could lead to violence.
predatory behavior.
I threatened a cop one time. I asked him to step into his cell.
They're not reclaiming their power. They're just out on the main lines doing their thing. But so I used to come out in the mornings, and he would be on the yard, you know, and he was an older man. He was like 72, and he'd be doing burpees. You know, Well, I'd sit down on the bench there against the wall and talk to him like, 15, 20 minutes or so. He was into motorcycles. To me, he was pretty cool. He was, he was in prison on a fucking Hummer, dude. They struck him out for some bullshit. False ID, basically.
Oh, you're talking about...
Yeah. The older guy.
Which one?
Roland.
Oh, is that what they got him for?
Yeah, they got him on
I knew another guy
a bullshit trip, dude. He finally
You
got
were
out.
in San Quentin with that dude.
And he finally got out with.
Yeah.
Which one?
He was a dude from.
Talking about Rot?
No.
Oh.
He was He was from San Rafael or.
Mexican cat?
No, white guy.
I don't remember.
I can't remember his name, so it don't matter.
But anyways,
He ended up getting out and then moved to Colorado and becoming a bounty hunter.
Oh, really? Oh, you're talking about
You know what I'm talking about.
that fucking Colt?
Colt.
Yeah, I hated that dude. That
Colt.
dude's a fucking-
I didn't mind Colt. He was all right.
I didn't like him.
He was actually a pretty decent dude in Solana.
So let's say if Mike Thompson had done in time, and man, he would be one guy's back. He might, but Mike's not. Whatever. Yeah, so them guys are back on the main lines, and in some cases, I think it's good because prisons were fucking stupid, dude. Prison was stupid. It was embarrassing being in there towards the end.
Well,
There's
yeah.
so many fucking lames.
When you talk about places
many-
like CMC,
Not only that, dude, and Donovan.
I didn't know.
Everywhere I've been, bro.
Solana wasn't bad. Solana was
Bunch of
pretty,
fucking lames acting
Hey.
like they were running shit, dude.
paperwork was checked. People got on phones. They said,
Yeah,
okay, that.
sometimes.
And sometimes people went through the cracks for a while, but then eventually they were.
Well, I was in Donovan. They had a guy with a bunch of money. He was buying all these dudes weed. I've been out of the dope game, right? But I seen him. He was buying them weed, buying their drugs. And I heard he was he had a sex crime. He had an orange jacket.
Yeah, and they let him go.
A 13-year-old girl he's having sex with, and they're like, "Oh, that was an accusation." So I confronted him. I go, "Hey, man, this motherfucker's a sex offender." "Oh no, he was accused.
You're kicking it with him.
He was with this chick, wanted to get with him. He blah blah blah. And she just accused him, but he was." I go, "All right." So I go to this guy Rick, right? He's a clerk in the program office. And we had this female staff, older lady, really nice. And he goes, must be taking about West. He's a turd. So he goes, "Hey, Miss Cavazos, hey, can you get on the computer? My homeboy wants to go to the store, wants to check his money. It's on the computer, right?" She goes, "Okay." Pulls it. He goes, "No, not that page." And he's a clerk, so he knows. The other page. She pulls it up. He comes out. That dude's got a big fat R on his jacket. So, you don't get an R on your jacket because somebody accused you. You get it because you got found guilty of
Right.
it. So I go out and go, "Hey, if you don't get rid of this motherfucker, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
And if I do it and I go to the hole, when I go to the hole, I'm gonna tell all them dudes in the hole that you had the fucking child molester out
You were
here
kicking it with him
because he's buying you fucking drugs.
Right.
You let him stay in the yard." And they removed him that night.
One time, me and a buddy of mine,
Yeah.
right, Benny,
Yeah.
We're in Solano, and we're in the day room, and then they have a card catalog, what every inmate's in there for, right?
Yeah.
And then it didn't
A
say what he's in there.
103B card.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
and we're not supposed to look at him,
No,
right?
it's in the
But
office.
it's in the office. But they had it out on the bench, and Benny, we sat down, and Benny flips it open, and he starts flipping through these cards, and he goes, and there was this one dude who'd been there for years, had a wife that came to see him.
Yeah.
Had been in prison for years. Louis was his name.
Yeah.
Was doing life.
Yeah.
And he looks at it. He goes, "What does 3 R's mean?" And I go,
3 R's?
I go, "I don't know.
God,
It can't be good."
Yeah, dude.
He got on the phone that night and found out this guy had raped and murdered 3 college girls, man.
Wow.
And he knew what was coming, man.
So how much longer did he last?
He rolled up right then.
Oh, wow.
He saw people looking at him. He knew what was happening.
Yeah.
And he ran. He ran to the.
Was his name Sticks?
No,
Yeah.
but he was a real piece of shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
But what's hard to believe is that a woman would be married to a guy like that. You know.
Hey, what's up, Dwight? Katie Mack. That's
Listen
right.
from
Arnold's
Alaska.
just filed sound. That's right. Yeah, so I mean, prison just, I don't know, man. Drugs rule, and I was sick of it, dude. You know? And all
Me
them
too.
dummies were just like, you know, when I went to prison, hey, look, man, I got a photograph somewhere of me wearing shower shoes on the yard, right? I used to play handball barefooted sometimes. But now these guys are, oh, you can't wear your shower shoes in the day room. When I came to the pen, bro, if you try to tell some guy how to live, he'd stab you.
Right.
Now all these guys think they can tell guys. I don't know how it is after we left, but these guys like, just got, what's up, Cam? How you doing? You know, they want to tell you how to live. And
Right.
And it got to the point where I was working. I was a plumber. I could go from yard to yard to yard. And I had a plexiglass piece, bro. I said, fuck it. I made a piece out of plex. I had finger grooves. And part of Arkansas. And so I told this dude that supposedly had the yard, I go, hey, check this out. Whoop. I had it in my sleeve. I went in his cell, you know, during the inline shit. And I go, hey, whoop. And I pulled it out. I go, hey, you know, he goes like, what's that for?
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of these motherfuckers trying to tell people how to live around here. And if they try to tell me what the fuck to do, I'm going to stick this in their fucking neck.
Yeah.
And I was like right up on him. And love handball. Me too. I did love handball. And he goes, well, hopefully you won't have to get to that. I said, hey, I go, it's their call. And after that, motherfuckers back the fuck up.
Right. When I came to prison, it was when I got to New Folsom. That's when I learned you cannot wear slippers outside of the cell. And if you did, you were gonna get removed. And when you got removed there, you were stabbed.
Yeah.
You know
Well, in New Folsom, I wouldn't wear slippers.
And,
I had shower shoes.
I had shower. Yeah, I'm talking about shower shoes. That's what I mean. Shower shoes. You
in
cannot
New
wear
Folsom-
shower shoes outside of the cell.
In New Folsom, when you showered, for educational purposes only, shows how to make a shank. Oh, God. I might do that.
Yeah.
You ever make one out of a shampoo bottle?
I haven't, but I've heard. You know,
Yeah.
you heat it up and quench it in
Yeah,
the toilet,
quench it in the shitter, yeah.
and then and it becomes really hard, and you can sharpen it. I'd never needed to have all that.
So, but look, in New Folsom,
what does it say?
No one tells them to take his slippers off. When I was in New Folsom, you showered. There was no day room going on during showers. So there was no need to wear your shower shoes in the day room
Right.
or outside your cell.
Right, if you walked in the shower.
In New Folsom, and New Folsom was a violent fucking place.
Right.
And, you know, I can fight barefooted,
And this guy says nobody would tell me I can't wear shower shoes. They wouldn't. They just come and kill you. They would have They
But
would.
that
They
was
would
in
give up
level
courtity
4.
and say
I'm
we
talking about-
don't do that.
Yeah.
But
Shower
if you
shoes,
didn't listen,
Mankey in prison. I had Crocs. I had the thong type.
The
Croc.
ideas behind it is that you can't if you get attacked by somebody from another race, you can't defend yourself in shower shoes.
That's the thing.
That was the whole thing behind it.
Sue the savage beast. So that the thing was the mentality was if something jumps off, you're in your shower shoes, you're not going to be able to fight.
Right.
So, but in by all rights in New Folsom, you would not leave your cell with your shower shoes on. Number one,
except when you go to a shower.
Was there a day room
you're the
when
only
you were
one.
there?
There was when I was there. There was.
Okay.
Every 3 days you got day room.
You should, Mitch. Maybe even get some bunk metal. So, but like I was in Lancaster, it was a 270, and some guy goes, "Hey, you're not supposed to wear your..." I got out of the shower. I'm sitting at the table drying off. Woo, guys, you're not supposed to wear your shower shoes in the day room. I go, "Says who?" He goes, "Shot caller in the building." I go, "Tell the shot caller to meet me under the stairs, and I'll fight him barefoot. And if he can beat my ass, then I won't wear my shower." And no one approached, said nothing, But I mean, in a level 4 180 like New Folsom, dude, you're not gonna walk around with your shower shoes on. You're not gonna do it.
It's not smart to do it.
It's not a smart thing to do.
Because
I understand that, but like in a punk ass level 3 or some of these weak fucking level 4s I was in, dude, it's like really.
Oh, there was this one dude. There was this one dude who was about at the time he was about 40. I think he was like 40, 42 years old.
Yeah.
And he was real skinny, and he would do it on purpose just so somebody would say something so he could fight him. And he whooped the shit out of him. And one day they put him on our yard, and he's out there on the yard, walking on the yard with his shower shoes, and a couple guys walked up to him and says, "Look, man, we know what you're doing, and we respect you. We really do.
Yeah.
But you cannot be out here with those shower shoes on."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah, you worried about my shower shoes? Well, what about this?" And he takes his paperwork and goes, "Brrr." And there was this dude I was in New Folsom with.
Yeah.
Who
you had paperwork on somebody?
He had and this was a dude who had done time in prison for putting something in a child under 5, a foreign object in a child under 5. I mean, just way out shit.
Yeah.
And everybody went over to his name was God, I can't remember the dude's name. But anyway, they walked over to him because he was on the yard and said, "Is this you?" And he goes, "That ain't me, man. I'm in here for murder." And he was. He goes, "As soon as it unlock, I'll go inside and get my paperwork." So he went inside and checked in.
He was. He was dirty.
This is for something he had done prior.
Yeah.
And sure enough, man.
He checked in.
But they told the guy, "Man, look," because they would jump him.
Yeah.
And this guy loved to fight too.
Did he?
Loved to fight.
Can you fight barefooted?
He fought barefooted.
I can fight somebody barefooted.
Yes, he was fighting him barefooted.
I wouldn't want to kick somebody in the face barefooted, but
the thing of it is, if you have a bunch of dudes rushing you.
Richard Allen Davis is on death row, and I don't know where the fuck he's at now. So
yeah,
he would
if he ever
and death row has a PC, just so you know.
Yeah,
they got a PC. They had a mainline type crew, and then they got a gang. Animal control type thing. So,
right. He would never see the light of day. If he did, then he would get caught.
Draw me right heel to. That's right, Slim.
If he ever hit a main line, then he would be.
If he ever goes to a main line, they'll kill him.
Yeah.
It's just a matter.
That's
how it's going to work. Hey, what's up? All right. Hey, because he's going to go to a level 4.
Right.
If he comes off death row, I'll be like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, all right. Hey, you want to play handball? Hey, play cards?" They'll get him playing cards, and somebody will just come up and kill him.
Yeah. Yep.
Did you guys ever hear Richard Ramirez? Yeah, Richard Ramirez died on death row. He's a fucking lame. He was in death row. Yeah. But that's how they'll do him. They'll act like everything's cool. Hey,
just
smile.
like they did that dude.
And then they'll kill him.
The speed freak killer.
I don't know him. The Mendez brothers are not,
Harry Shermantine and Carl Herzog. They were
I'm not hip to them.
they were from the Stockton area, and they were serial killers, and they would kidnap women and beat them, rape them, kill them,
Yeah.
and then put them through a wood chipper.
Wow.
Yeah, they did hundreds.
Someone Rich Allen Davis the other day, he's insane. Yeah, he's in death row. Jack Kevorkian got done dirty. So what happened to him?
So the one guy, Carl Herzog, was tried first and convicted, and then while waiting to go to prison or whatever, his conviction was overturned because they never read him his rights. So they gave him a deal if he testified against Wesley Sherman.
Yeah.
So he did. And they dropped him. They gave him a deal of 10 years, dropped him on high desert level 4, and he was a pincushion, but he survived it. He survived it.
They put him in high desert.
And then he went to a PC,
Oh, wow.
did his time, and they
Wow.
put him in a trailer, and he hung himself.
Let's see, what's that say? I know LA has mass population. Jack Kevorkian got done dirty. John Davis, he's in San Quentin. Who's 55 years old? Richard Allen Davis is on death row, so he's never been executed. But so that guy got stabbed up pretty good.
He was a pincushion, but he survived it.
Too bad.
He survived it, man. But he hung himself.
Did he?
They put him in a trailer outside the walls of Susanville or something.
After he paroled?
Right.
They did that with some other fucking
and he hung
turd.
himself.
They did that with some other turd at Donovan on a 3-yard. You could see a trailer outside the prison grounds. Some fucking
What is that?
Wait, what? Dave mean a trailer?
A trailer.
Yeah, a trailer, travel trailer.
A
Basically.
mobile home, a trailer home.
They did that to someone else in Donovan. They had some guy that was that real fucked up crime. They let him do his parole, living on grounds outside the fence in a mobile home.
Right.
And he was monitored and all that shit. That's where he did his parole. Because they were afraid if they released him in a community, somebody would kill him.
Right.
That's how serious of a fucking
Piece of
weirdo
shit
they
he
were.
was.
Yeah. You know, back in the day, they used to just they used to toss them out on the yard. And let us have their paperwork. Clerks in R&R would see their paperwork.
Right.
You know? And
Right.
they'd be dead.
Nothing was hidden. They were
No.
the ones who ran the prison.
They did that with that guy that chopped the girl's hands off.
Oh,
Yeah.
Singleton or Singletary?
Yeah.
Singleton. Yeah, he ended up going to Florida and
doing
getting
it
the
again.
getting the death penalty.
He did it again.
Yeah, he got the death penalty there, and they
Yeah.
killed him. They killed him
That
quick.
dude was out of San Diego.
Was he? And
That's
he
where
did
he had
that.
his crime.
He did it in San Pablo, my county.
I thought he did that in San
No,
Diego.
he picked the girl up in San
The
Pablo.
Asian chick.
Right.
Cut
in,
her arms
in
off.
San Pablo.
What a sick motherfucker, dude. You know, but back in the day, they would put them dudes on the main line.
Yeah.
And then they kill them. You know, within, wherever somebody decided
And believe me, the
make
prison
their bones
system wasn't crying. They were not hurt.
No.
They weren't hurt by it. In fact, that's what they wanted because that's why they did it.
Back then, staff would tell you, or staff would give you paperwork on guys.
Hey, one time,
mean-
in Solano, they had a bathroom in the kitchen, and somebody had wrote 2 names and said rapist, child molester.
Yeah.
And it turned out that both of them, had sex crimes.
Yeah.
And this one dude, he called himself Rock in Solano. This guy had fake paperwork.
Yeah, she was 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had fake paperwork. Yeah, they give him fake paperwork
Yeah.
now.
But some guy, he'd been in Solano for 10 years.
Yeah.
And some guy came and was on the other yard and said, that guy over there,
His name is Rock?
they called him Rock. He called himself Rock. That was
Yeah.
his nickname.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Was he bald-headed?
I think he did shave his head. But
Did he have he used to have hair plugs up front? But he shaved his head.
Maybe.
Whoa, that guy! Wow, I didn't think I knew who that guy
Well, this
was.
dude, he wasn't a bad looking guy. He had a beautiful wife.
Yeah.
They had a daughter.
Kind of not real tall, but kind of thick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And then he got her pregnant.
Yeah.
In the day room.
What's up, Big Will? Yeah. That dude might have been in Lancaster when I was there.
He may have. But anyway, some guy came from Corcoran, because this guy, he said he was from Stockton, and the dude came from the Corcoran area, and said, I know that dude, and that dude did this. He said he would get tweaked out and break into women's houses, apartments,
Yeah.
and then tie him up and then rape him for a couple days and then talk like he was Mexican, and then he'd have them all tied up.
Wow.
And DNA convicted him of like 13 rapes.
Wow.
13 of them.
Did they kill him?
No, the dude said, "Hey man, I want to meet that dude in the dog run," because we didn't believe it.
Well,
if somebody came in and said, "Hey, Miss Smiley, that dude over there, that dude's a child molester,"
Yeah.
we say, Hey, Mitch, this guy's saying you're a child molester, bro.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, what would you do?
I get my paperwork. Look, I'm in here for murder,
Right,
and then
okay.
I go stab him.
But exactly. But if the dude did it,
Yeah.
he ran. As
Yeah.
soon as he had an opportunity, he ran to the.
Checked in.
He checked in,
Yeah.
and we knew it was true.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at first, you're thinking, well, give him the benefit of the doubt.
So, in Florida, they just came up with a new law. Dave said the courts have already overturned this in another state. But in Florida,
it's set precedent.
if you've been convicted of sex offense against a child, you get the death penalty.
Right. And it's already been decided.
Hopefully it'll stand.
That issue's already been
Hopefully they'll execute a few.
Well, no, what they would do is they would have to change. It would go to the Supreme Court again, and they could reverse precedents.
That's if somebody challenges it.
Oh, he's going to challenge it. I guarantee you.
They're going to kill me.
That piece of shit is going to challenge it.
They're going to kill me.
And they're going to have people running
need
to
a
his
lawyer.
rescue.
Yeah.
A bunch of liberals.
All these libtard motherfuckers. I'm sad, my Uncle Ray.
This isn't
Everlasting base. You can always move to Arizona or
crazy,
Las
bro.
Vegas.
They had their opportunity.
California just doesn't give a fuck about what's good.
And the last I heard, they were going to build a stadium over by Jack London Square, man. And I don't know what happened, man. Oakland is just ridiculous.
Hey, look. Now Will can come out here and see us, hang out. We
and
can
go to a game.
We can go to Oakland A's games.
Is he going to be an Oakland A's fan?
Oakland Raiders games.
Is he going to be an Oakland A's fan? I mean, a Las Vegas A's fan.
Hell yeah. Once a fan, always a fan. I love what Florida's doing. Will, straight up going hard tonight. That's right.
What did he say?
I said, Dave's always good to have on. Yeah. Yeah, so it's good to have Dave here. He's been here since Thursday.
Yeah, going home tomorrow.
We fed him. We showed him around town.
Yeah.
Have you had a good time?
I've had a good time.
Have you?
I have.
Dave drank some IPNA.
Some IPNA. What was it? What's the name of that?
India Pale Non-Alcoholic. Yeah.
It was good, too.
The Speed Free Killers is this name.
Right, the Speed Free Killers.
Yeah.
That was them.
Trump, that's right.
The Speed Free Killers.
Do you keep on?
I worked in the kitchen with Harry Shermantine, Wesley's cousin.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he connected to them?
Yeah, he's his cousin, first cousin.
Did he do the killing?
Oh, I don't know.
Wow.
He didn't admit to nothing. It got.
Yeah.
But he ended up going out of state when they did the out of state bullshit. He went to Oklahoma.
Oh, he's a level 2.
Yeah,
so he didn't have no murders.
No, Harry did, but he's a weirdo. He's the Hills Have Eyes type looking dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He got one eye like this, and the other one out of his forehead coming out like this, and yeah, they were some strange people.
Yeah. Well, shit, Dave, you're here.
Yeah.
When you retire, you got a place, Dave.
Right.
Fuck Joe Biden. You ain't got to initially just say it, baby. Fuck Joe Biden. I do want to say, he was cross-eyed. So Robert Kennedy Jr. is running for president. He's a Democrat.
Democrat.
He's Bobby Kennedy's son. You know, I'm not really down with the Democrat Party. I don't like what the fuck they've done to this country. C and I were just talking about that. We know we were stayed before the game. That's right. That's right, Will.
What did Will say?
He said missile from Russia hit a NATO bunker.
Yeah, we got to go to a game, Will. At least one last game.
Well, you know, NATO should not be in the Ukraine. Fuck the Ukraine. That's what I got to say. Fuck the Ukraine. What about motherfuckers out here? So watch. Bobby Kennedy, he's running for president. If you don't like Democrats, all right, but check out what he said. He said, we just gave $130 billion to Ukraine to fight a war that we cannot afford. Basically, he said it's none of our business, too. He said half the people in this country that are on welfare have been taken off welfare. Half the people in this country... I don't know if
that's a bad thing.
Half the people in this country that are on Medi-Cal or Medicare have been taken off Medicare.
That might be another story.
They got veterans sleeping in the fucking streets,
That's
homeless,
not good.
strung out on drugs. He said that Washington, D.C. is run by big business, corporations, war machine, special interests, while the common motherfucker is struggling to pay their bills. And those leaks that came out show the Ukrainian army is barely hanging on to... Oh, he also said, for every one Russian that gets killed, they kills 8 Ukrainians. He said this war... Yeah, he's also anti-vaxxer. He's anti-drug companies. 5x times the speed of sound. So Bobby Kennedy is saying things that I really think are fucking on point. You know, and I'm not saying I'd vote for him. I'm just saying, listen to what he's got to say.
Vote for him before I vote for Biden.
Listen to what he's got to say.
I mean, at least let him be the...
You know, low battery. I'm about done. Cancel another dead Kennedy. Yeah, well, you know, his dad and his uncle got killed because they were kind of on the same page he's on, I think.
Yeah.
John F. Kennedy printed money that said United States Treasury on it in red letters, and no time after that, he was killed. So basically, stay good, y'all. That's right. Good night, Brian.
Brian.
Bobby Kennedy's basically on point with what he's saying.
Yeah.
So too much truth. Sleepy. Yeah, so, you know, they all preach a good song. Will he live up? Yeah, I think he will. I do believe he will. Not accepting any car rides through Texas. Yeah, you know, I think he's my age. He's our age.
Right.
He's an older guy. Good night, Brian. I think he realizes what's going on in this country, and I think he feels like he has a duty to live up to his parents,
right,
and his uncles,
or duty to
his legacy,
to the country,
to his dad and his uncle's legacy, and he has a duty to the country to say. Yeah, he said that the CIA. He also said that the CIA basically had a part in killing his uncle, John F. Kennedy. Good night, Jay. So, I wouldn't mind seeing him get elected.
Right.
You know, I don't think he's down with all this shit Biden's doing.
No, absolutely not.
Working man is getting, the lower class working man is getting fucked.
Yeah.
The middle class on down.
When they're saying that they're going to make it easier for somebody with bad credit to get a house.
Yeah.
Well, what's going to happen when they don't pay for the house?
Well, what they're saying is they're going to raise your interest.
They created their bad...
Because you have good credit, they're going to make you pay more.
Right.
So the guy with bad credit can get a house.
Right.
That's
crazy.
Bullshit, dude.
And he's going to lose it because how did he get bad credit to begin with?
And also,
by not managing his money.
They're doing... why do Republicans constantly vote against veteran? I don't know that they do, Tank Dog. I will take Trump over. Well, that's cool. Bobby Kennedy Jr. is our age. He's in his 60s, late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah, he's not. He might make a pretty good president.
Trump, I'm down for Trump. I think what Trump did was good. But that Biden also passed a thing saying it's a racial equality, environmental bill. Remember we were reading it the other day? So basically, he's saying that poor income, minority neighborhoods need to be financially helped out because freeways go through their neighborhoods, basically. It's an environmental bill. I mean, this guy's a moron,
He's an
dude.
idiot.
Well, I don't know that they do, Tank Dog. You have to show me some evidence. But I think Republicans support the military, so he's a classic liberal. And Trump is a nationalist. I'm down with, there goes Tank Dog again. Yeah. My first motorcycle was an Italian. That's right. I'm down with Trump. But I'm just saying, at least there's a Democrat verbally saying, look, this is what the fuck's wrong with the country.
With correct ideas. Who cares if they're a Democrat or Republican? Let's get somebody in there.
Biden's worried about Jello. He actually is worried about ice cream time.
Yeah, me personally, I don't care if they're Republican or Democrat. What I care about is what they're going to do for us.
Yeah, what I care about is how they're going to run the country. But I like the way Trump ran the country.
Yeah, he did good. There's no question what he did.
Freeman yet not where he was impressed. Gas was cheap, taxes were better. Trump had this country rolling, and he also told NATO, fucking pay your fair share, not next year, right motherfucking now.
Right, we're not doing that. That's over with. I told China this deal that was made through NAFTA.
Yeah.
That's over. We're not doing that. We'll go back to the table on that.
That was good seeing you. That's right. See, I'm gonna have to step out. Read the comments, Dave. I gotta do something real quick.
Okay. Go give me some comments. Have to ask the farmer's wife for what? Trump does, so Joe Biden does. He does.
Biden's a piece of shit.
He's not just dragging, he's ruining, he's cheating and stealing. Oh my God, what is that dude doing? Dave is taking over. Dave is taking over the channel. Yeah. That's right, Teddy. That's right. We need new blood in here. I want to be happy like Denmark. Exactly. They have an incredible life over there.
You see what France is doing?
Okay.
They're protesting in the streets, bro. France is protesting in the streets.
My phone kept ringing at the end. Let's see. Hold on. Dave's World. Dave's World, excellent.
All right. So,
Australia.
What's up in Australia, brother? So you see what's going on in France?
Nuh-uh.
They're protesting.
Oh,
they got the military on the streets. Jobs kept coming. Hey, Dave, come on, man. You're bogarting the screen.
Well, it's my channel now.
They're protesting in France. They got the military. This guy Macron or whatever his name is, the president of France. What's his name?
I don't know.
Fresh bud. Nice.
Okay. Okay, that's good for the country.
Yeah, how come you didn't stay with that Irish chick, Dave?
We're friends. We're not.
You weren't hitting it?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
No, that's all right.
But in France, they are protesting in the streets. They're getting beat by soldiers. It's rough. And the president of France said, we need to become our own superpower. He went to China and came back and said, we need to break away from America and become our own superpower.
Right.
Yeah. Guess what, lame? If France would be flying a swastika speaking German if it wasn't for America. So,
that's a fact.
And that's a fucking fact. Not once, but twice.
And how many Americans died on their beaches saving their ass?
So, fuck you, President of France. You can suck it. His wife's like 80. The border is 7-Eleven. David lying. He,
Quit it.
Oh,
Quit
God.
it.
You hit it, Dave. No more brother wars. Yep.
Yeah.
You know, the bottom line is, dude, this country has shed blood of Americans on many places, man. And,
Hey, my uncle hit the beaches of Normandy
dude,
in 1941 and fought clear across Europe and was one of them who saved the French. So,
you know, my dad, you know, the guy I thought was my dad and my stepdad, they were both in Korea.
yeah.
And, you know, I know, I believe that the South Koreans are grateful for what we, you know, that they're not living under that fucking turd in the North. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Of
I'm
course.
pretty sure they're very grateful.
The people are. The people of France are.
No, I'm talking about in Korea.
Oh, in Korea.
The
Oh,
South Koreans are probably very grateful that America helped them, you know, not become commies, but good people of all heritage know what's up. Yep. So the bottom line is, you know, Americans of all races have fought and died in other countries. Military veterans and advocates are pushing. Back in Republican senators, we block plans. I don't know about that, Tank. I did not see that. But these other countries are not grateful, bro. You know, this bitch they got running Germany, she's a fucking piece of shit. Angela Merkel or whatever.
Yeah.
She's a piece of shit trying to break away from America, too. And
yeah. We made them sign a treaty.
Pink America and German soldiers sharing a cig, and I thought it was cool. I think that shit's as badass, too. We watched All Quiet on the American Front last night.
Yeah, that was a badass movie.
That's a very good movie. You know,
from the German point of view.
You know, the soldiers that fight and die, especially in World War II, like I'm sure the German soldiers, they're like, man, what the fuck we doing, you know?
Right.
But they were followed.
They were doing. They were soldiers. They were doing what they were.
They're fighting for their country.
Fighting for their country.
But I mean, Americans have died all over the world, man, and these people that are the recipients of our military might, they're not grateful anymore. There is no such thing as, but I believe that to be true.
Not like
John.
it was when Kennedy,
You know?
when John F. Kennedy was president.
Yeah.
That's the last time there was a bipartisanship.
I mean, you know, I have a friend who's a big-time Democrat. Politically got to go. I agree. Once We Soldiers is an awesome movie. We were once made in Queensland. Yep. You know, these countries that are the recipients of our military's efforts, they're not grateful anymore.
No.
They have no, you know, they have no fucking respect, man. No moral compass. They're gonna pay in the end.
Yeah.
Like this moron in France, he wants to side up with China. He's a fucking commie.
Yeah.
I hope the French people, man, are successful.
See through it and get rid of them.
Well, if the French people are over there protesting,
Yeah.
they've been protesting for months.
Well, why did they elect him?
I mean, months.
Why did they elect
I don't know how he got elected, but they've been protesting for months in France. All they want is money. No soul done, rented it out, and got evicted. Yep. Nope. They have turned their backs. Oh, what the fuck? Turned their backs and went where they think power is money. Yep. They're going with China. They're going with the Saudis. They're going with the Russians, and they're abandoning their ties with
what
America.
They're saying, what they think they're saying is us crumbling, and that we're going to be toppled. Therefore, they're jumping on the bandwagon.
Well, they're going with the crew they think's going to be the winner.
Right.
And you see that prison. You know, I think this guy's going to come out on top, so I'm going to be on his side. And in the end, they don't. They lose.
Right.
The bottom line is we have a military that can't be beat, and I don't give a fuck. This guy in France, he's a fucking moron, but he's got his own people they're sellouts. His own people are in the streets protesting. I mean, every fucking day for months, bro. They got the military out there. It's almost as if the Bible is right. Well, it is right. My job is when we were building the fort here in Virginia, and you should have seen the liberals in the crowd lose their shit. That's right. We have 800% defense. You know, the bottom line is, we're not going to lose the fucking war, even against China. But hey, you know, I have a friend. He's not a Christian. He doesn't believe in God and all this stuff. He's like, I don't believe in this stuff. I've read the Bible several times. He doesn't believe in it, right? No offense, guys, but when you see America being run by pensioners in diapers and damage your street cred, yeah. Macron is trying to politic. Yep, we had a military chat, couldn't be beat. Do we still? Yeah. So we can't be beat, bro. That's the bottom line.
Well, nuclear weapons is gonna.
We are in war right now. We're in war with Ukraine. There's World War III is already on. So the bottom line is, my friend, he's not a Christian. He's like, I've read the Bible. I don't believe in it. It's just too hard for me to swallow. I'm like, all right, cool. We're friends, you know. But he goes, we talk about what's going on, right? And he goes, it's all in the Bible. He said that, you know. He said, Dave the man.
That's right.
But he said, hey, it's all in the Bible. Everything that's happening is in the Bible. And that's what he said. A guy that doesn't believe in,
it's all coming.
But he said it, you know. I mean, said the Bible predicts all this pretty. Yeah, it is. So it is kind of biblical, you know. So we'll see.
Well, in other words, we're not going to lose. The mankind will lose because it'll be all over.
The bottom line is,
the only thing that may be like the Book of Eli or something, where you got people, you know, sparingly living.
I think China's got
everything's gonna be blown up.
China has a lot of problems.
Yeah,
and they have a huge end of times. They have a huge military, and they want to use it. That's the bottom line.
Right.
They have over 1 billion people. Well, this is the same thing. It's a Bible prophecy. She's religious though. But I know guys that aren't religious and they say it's in the Bible. So
yeah.
But the bottom line, China wants to use their power. China has never had power like they have now.
Right.
Look, the English, the Great Britain, they had them all strung out on opium. They took Hong Kong. I mean, you know, they've been beat down for a long time.
Right.
I mean, yeah, they could go into Asia and run shit. Like, they controlled Vietnam for long. But as far as European powers, they've always dominated China. Now China has a power that's pretty strong.
Right.
But they're second to us.
Right.
And so I wouldn't worry. Wipe out, I meant. That's right. So they got a 200 million man army. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
How are they gonna get here?
Right.
They gotta clock is right twice a day. That's right. Well, that's true. But you know, I do believe it's biblically scary what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
You look at you look at digital currency, you look at powers that be in the world, and you know, America's been on top for a long time.
Right.
And you know, rightly so, but America's being run by morons now who sold the country out to international bankers, to China.
So they can have money.
To China.
Because they're going to spend the rest of their lives happy.
Yeah, so guys like the Biden crime family can make, you know, a few $100 million. They can live comfortable while they sell the country out. But in the end, the country's going to prevail, I believe. You know, I really do. It's going to be guys like us and guys that watch our channel.
Well,
that are gonna make this country
more responsible with their vote.
Well, there's a gun behind every door in America, so good luck trying to take our guns and good luck trying to invade our country. So, you know, times are gonna get hard maybe, but I'm not tripping. I'm gonna go find a motherfucking job, make some money, and
All we can do is continue on.
and eat a steak and
Right,
drive a Ford truck, and you know,
right.
we're more about our. I do Parole. You got it 100%. You know, and it's been said several times. America will never be beat by another country. We'll be beat by our own politicians.
Right.
That sorts. That is bad, but taking attention, China's is dependent upon.
Right.
China's dependent upon globalism to survive their peace.
Right.
Yeah,
you have to understand it.
But now
China could all of a sudden say,
here's the
well,
deal.
all that property in America
No, they
that
can't
belongs
do
to
that.
us. Well,
They can't do that.
I think they,
That doesn't belong
in their
to
minds,
them.
I believe they think they can.
But the bottom line is China's teamed up with Brazil, Argentina, a bunch of countries,
Well,
Russia,
their argument
countries in Africa.
their argument would be, well, you do it in Cuba,
What?
Guantanamo Bay.
We have a treaty with, we have a lease on that property.
Right. Just
We lease that property.
Just like
China's not going to come over here and say we want our property. They can't do that. This is the United States, bro.
Well,
They're not. How are they going to get here? How are they going to get here?
Well, they'll probably invade.
You don't think we can stop an invasion of our country? They got to come over here in ships and planes.
I get that. I get it.
Good luck.
I get it.
Mr.
But in their
Ray,
mind, you never know.
fuck them. America will win. But the bottom line is China's teamed up with, you know, the BRICS. There's Iran. You know, Russia. They're teamed up with all these other countries. They're going to try to hurt us economically.
And that's
You know.
That's one way to start it.
Then we'll see everyone.
They just walked over the Mexican border. That's true too. I mean, the cartels would sell us out for the right amount of money.
Well, the cartels, they're already in bed with China because they're bringing enough fentanyl in through China.
Right.
And the president of Mexico said, basically, fuck America. Who's boxing?
If they didn't buy it, then they wouldn't have this problem.
But the Mexican president basically teamed up with Russia and China.
Yeah, they don't care.
A lot of people are going against the United States right now, but I'm going to tell you something. It's going to be to their detriment. They can suck it. That's what I think. Fuck China. Russia's a paper tiger. Russia's not really I don't think they're a paper tiger, but they they can't beat us.
What does that mean?
But they can beat, it means it's a facade, you know, they don't have the strength that they proclaim. They can beat Ukraine, but they can't beat us.
Right.
But here's the deal. Russia teamed up with China is not a paper tiger.
No.
Restarted, as you already said, and I would say they have a good, yep. Don't count them, bud. Russia and China team up together. They got some strength, but they still can't beat us. No way. We have almost.
I'm not saying that they'll
we have
beat us,
almost
but in their
900.
mind they do.
You know the new F-35
You know,
fighter
you realize
jet?
that Hitler at one time believed that he could take the world.
Well, I don't care. You know the new fighter jet we got? It's the F-35 or whatever. You know how many we got? We got almost 900 of them. You know how many fighter jets Russia has? They're top of line. They got less than 150. Same with China. We outnumber everything they have. We outnumber them. You know, so Mitch, I like your confidence. Thank you, Teddy Mac. They cannot fuck with us militarily. And our military, I don't give a fuck how much shit we fucked off in Afghanistan, Iraq. The guys in our military got balls of steel, bro.
And
there's
no question of that.
We have the technology, we have the weapons, and we have the will. And if they do hit our beaches, shame on them.
Right.
Because,
we will fight back. And that's, I guarantee we'll get our gun rights back then.
Here's my problem, right? So the Allies own. Here's my thing. Everyone asks you, so this That's right. Here's the thing, right? Like they want to disarm us, right? Like Biden, all them guys, they don't like to. You think Johnny Law is going to come take your gun? It's not going to happen. When you see guys with blue helmets walking around here, United Nations trying to take your guns, then it's time to fucking exercise the Second Amendment fully. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our country's strong still. I don't give a fuck. We got some lame running the country. It's just we got generals in the White House. There was a Chinese general that once said invasion of the U.S. would be impossible because behind every blade of grass is 2 guns.
That could be true.
West Virginia, they will not make it across the mountains. There's no missile defense for hypersonic rockets. They better not hit the beaches. Servers are yeah, that's right. Greasy motherfuckers. Here's the deal. Putin said, look, the United States has a policy. I saw Vladimir Putin say this. Like I said, the United States has a policy, no first strike list. So we will not first strike good targets. That's right, John. America has a policy, they will not use nuclear war first. And he said, so I'm not going to use it. If I get off first, we all lose.
Right.
So I'm not going to do it, you know? So, anyways, the world's a mess, bro.
It is.
But what do? We keep working, we keep living our lives, we keep living the American dream.
I keep working on refrigeration.
Yeah, we keep being Americans, you know?
Yeah.
Keep your eyes on what's going on, but don't
Right.
fucking
Right.
don't let
And
it
yeah, and know that
don't let it wreck your life.
We're not gonna lose a fight.
No.
It's just that they think
It's like in prison, bro. When there's a bunch of tension on the yard and white dudes, right? Oh man, the blacks are gonna kill everybody, I'm gonna be a race riot. What do? You get up in the morning and you go eat breakfast and you go to the fucking work, change and you go to work and you do your job and you come home and if the shit jumps off, then it jumps off.
And that's another thing is you get together as whites and you come together thinking, okay, let's do this.
Whatever. So it's the same way as a country.
How many times we've gone out on the
What's up,
yard?
Big Will? I don't understand China's animosity toward the U.S. Well, China's communist. Their goal is to take over world domination because they're communists. They like to control.
Yeah, communism doesn't work unless they keep expanding.
So the bottom line in prison, when the things are all crazy, what do? You go about your fucking daily life and you keep living.
Right.
You don't let the fear of what might happen stop your daily life.
No.
So it's the same thing with this. I'm going to get up and fire up that Ford truck and drive around. And, I remember the rape of Nanking. I don't. But
Is it in Vietnam? Is this with the...
No, Nanking was World War II, I think. I'm not sure. Was that the Japanese?
I don't know.
Nanking. That was the Japanese, right? If I'm not mistaken. Man, the Japanese in World War II were a motherfucker, but I wonder what's going on where Japan would fall, because they really don't like China, but they're going to ditch the American dollar as far as buying oil. They're not going to use the American dollar anymore to buy oil.
Right.
They're going to use the Chinese yen.
Right.
It's crazy. I heard of it, bro. I just watched a documentary. Isn't that when the Japanese went into China? Well, it was the Japanese. Yeah, that's what it was. Nanking was a motherfucker, dude. E85.
Oh, the Japanese went into China and just raped and pillaged.
Well, Nanking, they man, bro, massacre.
Yeah.
The Japanese used to do human experiments on people while they were alive.
Right, just like Hitler.
Worse than the Nazis, bro.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, worse.
Worse than
the Nazis.
Joseph Mengele?
Worse than Mengele. Oh yeah, put him to shame, bro.
Really?
Oh, dude.
He was pretty ruthless.
No, yeah, I know. Willie Nelson. Yeah, the rape of Nanking. Hey, bring it on, motherfuckers. This is my America. I love it, dude. I live in the desert, live in Arizona. And we got hard intentions, bro.
You got a hard intentions.
America.
This is Mad Max country, and don't forget it.
Look up the photos of Nanking. They used Chinese civilians as bayonet practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Well,
they would stab people
The
with bayonet.
Japanese were,
They were
they're
ruthless
samurais.
motherfuckers,
They used to
bro.
chop peasants in half to see how sharp their swords were.
It says the yen is Japanese currency. The yen is China's currency. The yuan, yeah. So they're gonna use the yuan. They're gonna use Chinese currency. Jeff in Tempe, Arizona. I have a girlfriend in Tempe. All right, Tempe's not far from here. It's not close either, though. Well, folks, I gotta take Dave to the airport at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning, so they have our Bud Light. Bud Light. We'll throw cans of Bud Light at them. Shoot him with a potato gun. Yeah, we got to take Dave to the airport tomorrow. It's been good having him here and good chatting with you guys. In fact, after World War II, the Allies executed the Japanese prime minister because of what happened in Nanking. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's been good chatting with you guys. Been good having you here, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I love you, bro.
Been good coming on.
You got anything to say to people before you close up?
Thanks for your support, because I hear you guys, some of you guys out there ask about me. Appreciate it. And it's good being here, and someday I'll be back on.
What do you got to say to people out there struggling, bro? I've ever heard of a force in a group. What's that say? It says, have you ever been in the forest and had a group of Asians creep up on you?
No, I haven't.
Because you can't hear them even walk.
You're talking about the Viet Cong?
Well, yeah, but the bottom line is where I live, they're not going to creep up on me because our forest is Joshua trees. So
yeah.
Yeah. What did it say? Dave and Mitch would say, hey, Mitch, keep up the good work, guy. That's right. So, you guys, thanks for tuning in. That's my point. Teddy, the Chinese have a long memory, and they have a huge bone to pick with the Japanese. Yeah, well, Japanese could probably walk in there and do the same thing again. You know?
Good night, John.
Good night, Red Dye. Good night, John. Good night, Jay.
Hey.
Thanks for coming
Good
on.
night, Will.
Get out there and fucking do it hard.
That's right.
Good night, Tank Dog. Hey, bottom line is we're all Americans,
Good night,
and this
Tank.
is our country. My grandson is a Marine boot camp war gypsy.
All right, Zach.
Proud of him also. We love our Marines. 100.
That's right.
Good night, folks. Good night, Red Dye.
Good night,
You guys
Red
take
Dye.
care. Have a good night. Have a great Sunday. Whoever you're, you know where we'll be tomorrow. We love you guys. Take care.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Good night, folks. Get out and do it hard tomorrow.